Hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the Jerome Strickland channel. I'd like to welcome everybody back. We're back with another beautiful video in beautiful nature. Yes, we are back, we are back, we are back. I want to thank everybody for coming back to this channel. All the ones that come here regular and the ones that just happen to stumble up on this channel. Yes, we got a nice little, the water's very calm today. It's not a whole lot going on. I'm gonna walk down this trail right here. How y'all doing? And just let this lady get by right here. Some big old feathers out here, look at that. Anyway, I'm gonna get on this trail. There's a lot of ducks been up here. There's a lot of duck poop up here. Anyway, I want to welcome everybody back. I want to thank everybody for coming back to my video. You see the pretty penny off in the distance over there. I want to thank everybody back. Thank everybody for coming back to my video. And I'm gonna be passing some people out here walking and stuff. So I'm gonna get a little quiet when I walk past them. I'm gonna get to the subject in a minute. There's a bunch of ducks over there. This river here was over flooded a few days ago. It then kind of went down. It's been hot and dry the last few days. Let me get past this young lady right here and I get on with the subject. All right, how you doing? So, what am I going to talk about today? What am I going to talk about? I am going to talk about something I probably talked about before, something that I talked about a lot. I'm going to talk about it again today. Just give me a minute here. Find a good spot to start talking. I'm gonna walk over here real quick. It's a little nature trail over here. Anyway, my subject that I want to talk about today is everything starts within. Everything in your outer world starts within. Once you understand this, creating your outer reality becomes not only simple, but it becomes very easy. Once you realize that everything in your outer reality starts within. And so whatever you are, whoever you are, your conception and your perception of yourself, and your conception and your perception of your outer world, of your surroundings, is predicated to who you are within. And it starts with the conception of yourself. Believing that you are deserving, believing that you are worthy. A lot of people, through mainstream religions especially, have been taught that they're not worthy, that they're these low-down, dirty sinners that need saving and all this other stuff. So, people that grew up in mainstream religion have learned to feel unworthy. But if your heart is pure, your intentions and your motives are right, and you are a good-hearted person, you are worthy. If you do that which is good, right, and true, and your intentions and your motives are continuously right towards yourself and others, you are deserving. See, it's a lot of people out there with good hearts. It's a lot of people out there with really good hearts and pure hearts and right intentions and right motives. So why don't they have the life that they live? Why aren't they living the life they're living? Why are they struggling and all this other stuff? They got pure hearts. They have right intentions and right motives. Why are they dealing with a lot of stuff? I'm gonna tell you why. They're missing the one ingredient that manifests their beautiful life. And that ingredient is the feeling of worthiness, of feeling worthy and feeling deserving. Once you got a lot of people out there. I meet a lot of nice people out there, a lot of good people out there, a lot of good-hearted people out there, but they still having different issues and problems out there throughout their life. And I'm like, why don't they have the life? Why aren't they? They're good-hearted people with right intentions and right motives. Why aren't they living the life that they want to live? They're missing that one ingredient because they feel unworthy. They feel undeserving. If they make one mistake, or if they do one thing that is not, they feel up to par, or some up to standard, or feel like, that's not qualified for deserving something, they start feeling unworthy and undeserving. But once you, hold on, I'm gonna cut through here. Y'all don't see what I see, but I see some things. I'm gonna cut down through go to this other trail over here. But I'm gonna get back to it in a minute. There's a lot of people walking out here all of a sudden. I'm gonna walk down. How you doing? Yeah, it's really humid out here today. It's really humid out here. Kind of hot. Actually, it's been hot all week. I mean, when I say hot, it's been hot. I'm living in the deep south. If y'all know anything about the deep south, it gets hot in the summertime. So this last week has been in the mid to upper 90s. Some of us even break 100, and they say there's something called a heat index that makes it feel even hotter. So yes, it's been hot. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to the subject matter. So I want to talk about how you feel about yourself within yourself. Do you feel worthy? See, it's not enough to just have a pure heart. It's not enough to have right intentions and right motives. But you have to have a positive, good conception of yourself. You got a lot of people who have good hearts, right intentions and right motives. They do that which is good, right, and true, and they still don't get what they want. It's because deep down inside, they don't feel worthy. Deep down inside, they don't feel deserving. Deep down inside, they don't feel like they're good enough. Deep down inside, they don't feel like they can handle success and happiness and joy and all the things that they want in life. So what they do, they mentally, vibrationally self-sabotage themselves out of a good life because they start having thoughts of unworthiness. They start having thoughts that tell themselves they're not good enough, they're not worthy enough, they're not righteous enough. But once you realize this, once you take the two, take your pure heart, take your right intentions, your right motives, and you do what is good, right, and true. Hold on. Hold on, let me get up here. All of a sudden, there's a bunch of people walking around out here. I'm gonna walk down this street. But once you start to realize that it's not enough to just have the right intentions and the right motives. It's not enough to just have a pure heart. You have to have the right conception and perception of yourself. Yes. I'm not gonna hold y'all long today. All of a sudden, everybody want to go walking when I decide to make a video. All of a sudden, everybody want to go walking and jogging. So, let me get past these people right here. How you doing? All right. So here we all right, I'm back. So we have to have a right perception and conception of ourselves. We have to have the right outlook about ourselves. We have to feel good about ourselves. We have to feel deserving and worthy. And so we find ourselves trying to do things to feel worthy. We look outwardly for other people to make us feel worthy and make us feel deserving. No, you start feeling worthy and you start feeling deserving, and then the outer evidence will show. But you're waiting on the outer evidence to show that you're worthy. You're waiting on the outer evidence to show that you're deserving. And if it doesn't show up like that, you start feeling more unworthy and more undeserving, feeling like you need to jump through some type of hoop, feeling like you need to do something to feel worthy and deserving. No. Once you know that you have a pure heart, once you know that your intentions and your motives are right, once you know that you do that which is good, right, and true, you can feel worthy. You can feel deserving. And now your words have more power. Your intentions have more direction. Your life will begin to change. Once you realize everything starts within, on how you feel, how you think about yourself. So monitor how you feel and think about yourself. How do you feel about yourself? How do you think about yourself? Stop reaching for validation from others. Stop craving attention from others. Yes. Stop having this neediness for acceptance from others. There's a lady walking out in the water. It's a little weird there. See over there? She's just walking out there. I don't know, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Sometimes you see a lot of walking through the park sometime in the late evening. It's just like walking through Walmart late at night. You see a lot of strange stuff. See that lady, she's just out there in the middle of the water. That water's kind of murky. I wouldn't walk out there, but like I said, that's none of my business. You can't see it from here, But it's a whole bunch of geese over there just sitting in the water. They're just sitting out in the water. Anyway, I got off track there for a minute. Feeling worthy, feeling deserving, and loving yourself in the midst of all of this. Couple that with a pure heart. Couple that with right intentions and right motives. Couple that with continuously doing that which is good, right, and true, regardless of what this world says you should do. You know in your heart, if your heart is pure and right, you know what's good, you know what's right, and you know what's true. If your heart is pure. You see a lot of good people out there with good hearts, right intentions, and right motives. People out there that do what is good, right, and true. They still living living that struggle life because they still deep down inside don't feel like they're worthy. They still deep down inside don't feel like they're deserving. But once you have a pure heart, once you have right intentions, once you have right motives, and once your motives are right, couple that with the feeling of worthiness and the feeling that you deserve it, and most important, feel the feeling of love for yourself. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. This is where it all starts. And now, like a seed in a flower, it starts to grow out of the ground and it starts to bloom, because you have to hold this frequency of self-love. You have to hold this frequency that you know that you are deserving. You have to hold this knowing and this frequency to know that you're worthy. And don't let this outer world, because if you waiting on the outer world to make you feel worthy, if you wait on this outer world to make you feel deserving, if you wait on this outer world to accept you, if you wait on this outer world to give you some type of validation, if you wait on certain people to give you the attention that you feel like you want, because yes, these are natural cravings in the human. Everyone craves connection. Everyone craves attention. Everyone craves validation. Everyone craves acceptance. And this is why people are willing to even sell themselves out, because of this deep inner craving for acceptance, validation, and attention. But if you hold out and you keep loving yourself, you keep a pure heart, you keep doing what is good, right, and true, there will be this flip in your reality where you stop craving those things and start walking in the knowing of who you are. Yes. If the world gives me validation, if the world gives you validation, if the world gives you acceptance, if the world gives you attention, I'm talking about the outer world now. Fine, it's great. Woo, whoopee-doo. But if it doesn't, you don't care. Because you've had that mental, vibrational flip. You flipped. And so it doesn't bother you. In fact, you good without it. But at the same time, don't forget to love yourself, feel worthy, and feel deserving. And when you use your affirmations, speak your affirmation as someone who feels worthy. Speak your affirmation as someone who feels deserving. Speak your affirmations as someone who loves themselves, because you know that the great I am is within you. Your toroidal field, your heart, that energy around your heart. I don't care who thinks they're in control, who thinks they're controlling your life. I don't care who's spying on you, listening to you, watching you, because if they are, it won't make no difference. Why? They're just gonna be an audience. They're just gonna be a witness to your greatness. Let them watch. Let them listen. Let them spy on you. Let them try to manipulate your reality. It doesn't matter. Let them watch. Let them listen. They'll realize they're just going to become a witness to your greatness. And they're like, wow, because there is nothing they can do. They can only be a witness. Because everything, like I said at the beginning of this video, starts within you. And once you realize this, your conception of yourself, self-love, the feeling of that you deserve it, whatever it is you want in life, you deserve it. And if your heart is pure, you're gonna want the right things. If you have your intentions and your motives are right, you're gonna desire the right things. And so you can feel worthy of it. You can love yourself. See, this is the missing link between a pure heart and getting what you desire in life. If your intentions and your motives are right, and your heart is pure, and you feel like you deserve it, you feel like you're worthy of it, and you love yourself, what else is there that can stop it? Why would anything want to stop it? And if they did, do they really think they could? Yes. Love yourself. Feel worthy. Feel deserving. Do and think that which is good, right, and true. Be kind to yourself and others, within and without. Feel deserving. Yes. I'm getting ready to end this video. It's been about 22 minutes. I'm gonna walk over and give y'all some last footage. It's gonna be dark out here in a minute. This weather is really strange sometimes. Sometimes it stays daylight forever. It's like something hits a switch and all of a sudden it's dark. Anyway, I'm gonna cross the street. I'm gonna give y'all some footage. And then I'm gonna end this video. But I want y'all to remember that is the missing link. Feel worthy, feel deserving, and love yourself. Even people that don't have a good heart, even people that don't have a pure heart, even people that have wrong intentions, wrong motives, even when they feel worthy and deserving, and they love themselves, even things manifest for even them. Imagine how much more if your heart was pure. I mean, you see people manifest things for themselves. You're like, how are they, and you know they ain't right all the way right. You're like, how are they manifesting all this stuff? And they're not even all the way right. It's because of their conception of themselves. It's because of their self-love. It's because they feel worthy. It's because they feel deserving. It doesn't matter if they actually do or not. It doesn't matter if they actually do or not. But imagine a person with a pure heart. How they feel, how they would feel. How the things that they can manifest. If they just start feeling worthy. If they start feeling deserving. And they start feeling love for themselves. The mainstream religion has taught you that you're not worthy. That you don't deserve. That you don't deserve it. In return, you don't love yourself as much when you don't live up to par to certain things. But you know, if you know the great I am is within you, and your heart is pure, your intentions and your motives are right, you can throw all that other mess, all that mainstream religion mess out the window. Because it teaches you and it messes up your frequency. It's changed here in the last few years because even mainstream religion knows that's really not the way to go. Downing people and making people feel unworthy, making people feel like dirty, low-down sinners all the time. That they gotta reach and beg and fall down for some savior. The Christ is within your consciousness. And once you realize what the Christ said, that God is within you, you will become God. And you'll do greater things. But if you don't realize that, you're going to go on continuing to feel unworthy, unrighteousness, and you have to save yourself by going within and changing your conception and perception of yourself within. This is how you do it. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. Yes, give y'all a pan of this. Water's very calm out here. Like I said, a few days ago, all of this was actually underwater. It was really flooded out here. Y'all probably noticed. I'm at that same park. When I made a video a few days ago, you'll see how it was out here. This was that same park. But anyway, remember, love yourself, feel worthy, feel deserving, and couple that with a pure heart, right intentions and right motives. Do that which is good, right, and true. Love the great I am, the God within you. I always like to say God because it has such a religious context to it. I say the great I am. I am that is within you. Yes. And when you do that, you'll see how your life will begin to manifest. But until you do that, and if you don't do that, you're going to continue to struggle and have a hard time out here and wonder why. You ain't got to believe me. Just try it. Try loving yourself. Try feeling worthy. I ain't going to say try do it. Feel worthy. Love yourself and feel deserving. And you'll see. And couple that with a pure heart, right intentions and right motives. And the great I am that's within you, just like a seed in a flower, begin to bloom. See how these flowers on these trees? They'll begin to bloom. Give attention and awareness to those things that you desire that are good, right, and true. All right, I'm going to end this video. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. If you want to, you can like and subscribe. If you don't, then you don't have to. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming to this video. Remember, love yourself. You are worthy and you are deserving. You are the I amness. It all starts within. Y'all take care. I'm out.